Hello and welcome to Saki Tech. So in today's video, I will be going over the introduction to strings in our C++ programming tutorial series. This will be tutorial number 7, and I do recommend that you go and watch the previous tutorials so you can understand this one better. If you go to my channel and navigate to my C++ programming playlist, you will find all my C++ videos. So let's get to business. Introduction to strings. Okay, so let's go over strings, and to actually define variables of type string, you have to religiously include this comment. Again, this is something we will come back later because this is an advanced topic. So you have to include this header file exactly as it appears if you want to define a variable of type string. Now, what is a string? A string is a variable that can store non-numerical values that are longer than a character. So let's take a look at what I mean. We talked about the integer data type. So if you have an integer, you can be like number 1. You can assign a number to it. Then we talked about characters. So if you want to store a single character in a variable, you can define a variable of type character and say character. Let's just do it, character 1, and you can assign the single character A to it, and it's going to be in single quotation marks, and character 1 becomes A. So a string is a stream of text. So you can define a variable of type string, and let's just say string 1, and you can assign a whole stream of text to it, including spaces. So this is a string of text, full stop. Okay, and then you can, there's many different functions that you can use to manipulate strings. Okay, but let's start with the simplest. Let's say you wanted to print this on the screen. All you do is cout string 1. Okay, so let's save this file, build and run. Okay, so as you can see right here, this is a string of text. So what we did was we defined the variable type, and then we assigned this string of text in double quotation marks to that variable, and we were able to print it just like we will be able to print number 1. So if I run this, 5 will print on the screen. If I type this, A will print on the screen. If I type string 1, okay, string 1 will appear on the screen. And just to give you a practical use of the string, let's say you were writing a program that calculated the multiplication of two values, and you wanted to tell the user what they were. You can do like something like this, title. Okay, so you can be, this program calculates the addition of two numbers, and then you can type in title here, and you can even put something fancy here, put a couple lines so it looks like a real title, dashes. Anything that goes between these double quotation marks is a full string, including the spaces and all kinds of weird characters. Okay, and then let's do a 2 new spaces, and again we talked about these in our previous modules. Save file, build and run. See, it looks like a nice title. So if a person was actually running a program like this, they would see instantly what the program is able to do. This program calculates the addition of two numbers. So that's how you would use a the string for now. We're going to talk more about strings and what we can do to strings in future videos. But let me show you a couple more things about strings. You can change the value of a string on the go. So if I come down here and I say title is now assigned to new intro, okay, so as you know, C++ sequentially runs the code. So it runs this code first, and string, the title string is in fact this whole thing. by the time it comes down here to line number 17, title gets reassigned to new intro. Okay, so let's do another C out here and type title. File save, build and run. Okay, so the first line executes here. We do a C out, it means console out. This one prints right here. And then we reassign the title new intro to the variable title, and then we do a reprint, and as you can see it says new intro. So the string type can be just it could be manipulated just as any other number, any other variable. Okay, and one more thing you can do with the string is let's define another string. Let's declare another one. Let's declare and initialize another string variable. So title 2. The other way to do the declaration is actually open parentheses and double quotation marks say this is string number 2, and then don't forget the semicolon ever. Okay, this does the exact same thing as this one. Okay, here you have the assignment. You use the assignment operator to assign this string to this variable. Here in the second version, you put the string in a block of parentheses, and it assigns this value to title 2. Okay, so to recap, in order to use a string variable, you have to add this header. Okay, unlike these other basic data types like integer and character, where you don't need to include a header, with a string you have to include this header in order to use variables of type string. That's a very, very important thing to remember. And that does bring us to the end of this introductory video. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel for more videos to come, and click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next module.